The boxing world is buzzing with anticipation for the rematch between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr., scheduled for August 16, 2025, in Las Vegas. Their first encounter on March 1, 2025, at Barclays Center in Brooklyn ended in a controversial majority draw, leaving fans, analysts, and fighters alike eager to see how the second fight will unfold. The draw, marked by a pivotal moment in the ninth round when Davis took a knee without it being ruled a knockdown, has sparked debates about who truly deserved the win. With both fighters preparing intensely, the rematch promises to be a defining moment in the lightweight division, one of the most competitive and star-studded weight classes in boxing today. The first fight between Davis and Roach was a clash of styles and expectations. Davis, the WBA lightweight champion with a record of 30-0-1, 28 KOs, entered as the overwhelming favorite. Known for his explosive power, slick movement, and ability to finish fights, Davis had built a reputation as one of the sport's most formidable knockout artists. His victories over the likes of Frank Martin, Mario Barrios, and Rolando Romero showcased his ability to walk opponents down and land devastating counters. Roach, on the other hand, was the WBA super featherweight champion with a record of 25-1-2, 10 KOs, stepping up in weight to challenge for Davis's title. Despite his credentials, including a disciplined approach and a strong amateur background, Roach was seen as a significant underdog, with few giving him a chance to compete with Davis's firepower. Yet, Roach defied expectations. Over 12 rounds, he matched Davis's skill, power, and durability, turning what many predicted to be a one-sided affair into a closely contested battle. According to CompuBox stats, Roach outworked Davis, landing 112 of 400 total punches compared to Davis's 103 of 279. While Davis had a slight edge in power punches, 93 of 210 versus Roach's 87 of 252, Roach's consistent pressure and disciplined boxing kept him in the fight. The defining moment came in the seventh round when Roach landed a counter right hand that momentarily wobbled Davis, proving he could hurt the champion. The ninth round, however, became the focal point of controversy. After absorbing a jab from Roach, Davis took a knee and retreated to his corner, where his team tended to him. Referee Steve Willis began counting but stopped at 2, failing to rule it a knockdown or penalize Davis's corner for interfering. Had the incident been scored as a knockdown, Roach likely would have won the fight, as the judges' scorecards read 115-113 for Davis and 114-114 twice, resulting in the majority draw. The aftermath of the fight saw heated discussions about the officiating and the fighters' performances. Roach expressed disappointment, believing he had done enough to win. "It should have been a knockdown," he said, referring to the ninth-round incident. "If that was a knockdown, I would win the fight." Davis, meanwhile, admitted fault for not picking up his activity earlier, citing personal distractions but insisting he pulled out the victory in the final rounds. The crowd of 19,250 at Barclays Center booed the decision, reflecting the widespread sentiment that Roach had been robbed of a deserved victory. Prominent figures in boxing, including Joe Rogan, weighed in, with Rogan arguing on his podcast that Roach could have been declared the winner, further fueling the debate. Shakur Stevenson, the WBC lightweight champion and a longtime rival of Davis, has been one of the most vocal figures in the lead-up to the rematch. Stevenson, who holds a 22-0 record and is ranked third in Ring Magazine's lightweight rankings behind Davis, number 1, and Keyshawn Davis, number 2, has a personal stake in the outcome, as a potential unification bout with the winner looms large. Stevenson's confidence in Roach stems from his first-hand experience with him. During an interview, Stevenson revealed that Roach helped him prepare for his fight against Oscar Valdez, giving him insight into Roach's abilities. "I squared with Lamont. I knew he was a good fighter," Stevenson said. "I knew his style with Tank's style, what he was going to be able to bring to the table." Stevenson's familiarity with Roach, dating back to their amateur days, led him to pick Roach to give Davis a tough fight, a prediction that proved prescient. Stevenson's perspective on the rematch has evolved. Initially, he predicted a Roach victory, citing Davis's apparent mental lapses in the first fight. "I felt as though Tank didn't understand or realize how good Lamont was," Stevenson said. "He kind of was sleeping on him, and Lamont was catching him when he was unexpected." Stevenson pointed to moments where Roach countered effectively, including a sequence where Roach wobbled Davis with a right hand after absorbing a left from the champion. However, a recent training video released by Davis, showcasing his intense preparation, prompted Stevenson to reconsider. "Wow, man is trying to be as serious as ever in this fight," Stevenson remarked after seeing the footage. He knows Lamont is coming for him, and he's doing his best. While Stevenson stopped short of revealing specific game plans, citing the possibility of fighting either man, he now believes both fighters have an equal chance. Lamont is a dog, and Tank is too, he said. Whoever turns up best wins, but it'll always be a close fight. The adjustments each fighter makes will be critical in the rematch. For Davis, the ninth-round incident and his relatively low output suggest he underestimated Roach's resilience and boxing IQ. Veteran boxing coach Greg Hackett, who gave Roach a chance in the first fight, advised Davis to calm down and make strategic adjustments. Davis's training video indicates he's taking the rematch seriously, likely focusing on increasing his activity and avoiding the lapses that allowed Roach to outwork him. Davis's power remains a significant advantage, as evidenced by his 93 power punches landed in the first fight, but he'll need to be more consistent to overwhelm Roach's disciplined approach. Additionally, Davis must address the mental distractions he alluded to post-fight, which may have contributed to his uneven performance. Roach, guided by his father and trainer Lamont Roach Sr., will likely double down on the strategy that worked in March: steady pressure, effective counterpunching, and capitalizing on Davis's mistakes. Roach's ability to hurt Davis in the 7th round and his overall work rate, 400 punches thrown, demonstrate his capacity to compete at this level. His younger brother, Jordan Roach, predicted a knockout victory, reflecting the confidence in Roach's camp. New York was cool. It don't matter, we still going to get hands put on them, Jordan said. Roach's experience sparring with higher weight class fighters, including junior middleweights and middleweights, has bolstered his belief in his durability, which he'll need against Davis's power. However, Roach must avoid overcommitting, as Davis's history of knocking out aggressive opponents, 28 KOs in 31 fights, looms large. The boxing community is divided on the outcome. Claressa Shields, a 5-weight world champion, predicted Roach would be even better and defeat Davis, citing Davis's personal frustrations as a potential hindrance. Roy Jones Jr., however, believes Davis will make the necessary adjustments to dominate, though he acknowledged Roach's ability to shock the world again. Fans on X have also weighed in, with some dismissing Roach's first performance as luck and others warning that Davis's renewed focus will lead to a decisive victory. One fan commented, "Roach was just lucky in the first match. That will never happen again." Conversely, Stevenson's bet on the fight going 12 rounds reflects his belief in Roach's staying power. The stakes extend beyond the ring. A Davis victory could set up a long-awaited unification bout with Stevenson, a fight that has been discussed for years due to their rivalry and contrasting styles. Davis's power versus Stevenson's slick boxing. Stevenson has called out Davis repeatedly, accusing him of ducking the fight in favor of less competitive matchups, such as a rumored bout with Jake Paul. "Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me," Stevenson said. If Roach wins, Stevenson has expressed interest in facing him, offering a world title shot. "If Lamont can't get a rematch, I got a big fight for him," Stevenson posted on X. The lightweight division's depth, with fighters like Keyshawn Davis and William Zepeda also in the mix, ensures that the rematch's outcome will have far-reaching implications. The delay of the rematch from an initial June 21 date to August 16, reportedly due to Davis's hesitation, has added intrigue. Boxing insider Dan Rafael noted that T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas was reserved for the original date, but Davis's reluctance pushed it back. This extra time has allowed both fighters to refine their strategies, with Roach using the opportunity to prepare for what he calls a career-defining event. The fight, set to be streamed on Prime Video pay-per-view, is expected to draw significant attention, given the controversy of the first bout and the star power of both fighters. Ultimately, the rematch hinges on execution. Davis, with his superior knockout record and championship pedigree, has the tools to reclaim dominance if he enters fully focused. Roach, however, has proven he belongs on this stage, and his underdog mentality could propel him to an upset. As Stevenson aptly put it, "It's going to be a hell of a fight." The boxing world will be watching closely on August 16 to see who emerges as the true king of the lightweight division.